My name is Brain of Terror and I'm an NSO with Dublin Roller Derby. I'm now going to talk about what happens when there are too many or too few skaters and what you can do about this as a lineup tracker. So let's say we're going into Jam 8 and you noticed that there's a jammer in the box, but there's also one lining up. Well, this is something we can't have. You can only have one jammer on a team. So what you can do, and this varies via head ref and head NSO about different preferences. So you might call out, "Black team, you have too many jammers." Or you might go to one of the OPRs if they're nearby and ask them to call it out, or so on. Just try and to get the black team to rectify the situation. Now, you shouldn't coach and tell them what exactly to do, merely tell them what the problem is, which is they've got too many jammers. Similarly, they might have too many pivots, or they might have too many blockers. This normally happens when there are skaters in the penalty box and they miss them. Another thing that might happen is that, let's say we're in Jam 8 here. Well, 3-4, the Jam 5 was called off for injury. We're just in Jam 8 now, so they're still not allowed back yet. So if you saw Black 3-4 lining up, either you could call out, "Black 3-4, return to your bench," or you might once again go to one of the referees and try and rectify that situation. If the jam starts and 3-4 is still on the track, the jam needs to be called and a penalty issued because of interference, and 3-4 sent back. If there are too many jammers, pivots, or blockers, this will vary a bit. Normally the referees will try to rectify it quickly, and if they can't, the jam will have to be called. Another situation that can happen is that there will be too few skaters. So it is perfectly fine for there to be only two blockers. All you require is one jammer and one blocker. So you could have a jammer and a pivot, a jammer and a blocker. So they could be skating short, which is to their disadvantage normally. So you can imagine we had then, we counted 3-4, so we've got 8-0 again. We got 5-6. And let's say we've got 6-7. Let's say though that we don't have a skater here. Now there's no standard way of doing this, but when I notice that, hey, they've only got a pivot and two blockers in the pack, I will personally put a hyphen or a dash here to indicate that, it's not that I didn't get the number of the skater, it's that that skater wasn't there. And putting that hyphen or dash there is going to make it more obvious to whoever's looking at it. On the other hand, if I just manage to miss a skater's number because, well, the jam was over too quickly, they were somewhere I couldn't see their number, my notes on the side didn't let me identify them, well, I'll always put in a question mark to say, look, I messed up, I have no idea who that skater was.